The content of this video is related to Image Button Widget. You can see information related to this widget type on this web page. The Image Button Widget simulates a latching or momentary push button, with the two states, e.g. on-off, represented by a custom image. Mode defines the type of control, simulating either a momentary push button or a latching push button. Push, clicking the button and holding changes the widget state from off to on. Releasing the button will return the widget to its original state. Switch, clicking the button will change the state between the options of off and on. The main use case for this widget is same as for on-off switch widget, but enriched with images. Images. Assign a URL that links to an image accessible online to each of the two states of off and on. A shortened URL will not work. Images scaling adjusts how the image will be scaled to fit the widget. Fit. The image will be scaled to fit the height or width of the widget size. Fill. The image will be scaled to fill the widget area. Cropping may occur. This is the starting code of this video. If you haven't installed this library, please install it. The following are the primary functions of this program. The program establishes a two-way connection between an ESP32 development board and the Blynk platform. When you press or release the physical button connected to the ESP32, its state is sent to Blynk. Conversely, if you press or release the image button widget on Blynk, its state is sent to the ESP32 development board. And the following are the configuration and operation of this program. First, Blynk setup. Image button V-pin, or virtual pin V0, is the channel used for communication between the physical button and the image button widget. Second, hardware configuration. The physical button is connected to pin 0 of the ESP32 module, defined by image button pin. The program uses a button library to easily detect when the button is pressed and released. Third, control via Blynk. The Blynk write image button V-pin function is called automatically whenever the image button widget is tapped on Blynk. It reads the new state, true for pressed, false for released, and stores it in the image button state variable. The state is then printed to the serial monitor. Fourth, control via physical button. The loop function constantly checks the state of the physical button. When the button is pressed, the program updates image button state to true, then uses Blynk.virtual write to send this state to Blynk. When the button is released, the image button state is updated to false, and this change is also sent to Blynk via Blynk.virtual write. Each state change is also printed to the serial monitor, providing a real-time log of the button status. Okay, now you upload the code to the board. Before uploading the code to the board, let's see the key differences of this new program from the previous program. First, setting image URLs from hardware. The Blynk connected function is new here. When the ESP32 development board connects to Blynk, It immediately sets the URLs for the two images that the image button will display. Off image is set to the check image, and on image is set to the close image. This means the button's appearance in the dashboard will change. Second, toggle logic. In the loop, when the physical button is pressed, the program uses a different logic. Reverse the value of the image button state variable, then assign the result to the image button state variable. This is a toggle. Instead of having separate logic for pressing and releasing the button, a single press now toggles the state from true to false or vice versa. The previous program was designed for a button where you'd hold it down to trigger an on state and release it for an off state. This new logic is for a button you press and release once to change the state. Okay, now you upload the code to the board.